What is up, everybody? Saytona Grim here, and today I am back with another video. It has been a long time, and honestly, I am really glad to be back. But today's video is more about suggestive content. So if you don't wish to hear about it, or have heard it all before and don't want to hear about it, I'll leave a time that you can skip to the next video, the next point I make. Now, what's been going on is there has been an Australian YouTuber named Slazo, who I've been a fan of for quite a long time. Basically, his ex-girlfriend Shay came out with a Twitter longer saying that their relationship was a lot of sexual and verbal abuse. On June 10th, Shay posted that, quote-unquote, from the Twitter logger, Michael was incredibly demanding of sexual favors and would often guilt or force me into situations to which I was not comfortable. If I was to try to deny or argue against him, he would become aggressive. Now, obviously, this is a really bad situation, and there's really no denying that he was not the best boyfriend, but to be honest, I'm 14, and it was, I believe, his first relationship, and just no one's perfect, and it's just a really bad situation. I'm sorry if I'm repetitive in this video. It's been a long time, so you'll have to forgive me, and just thank you guys. Now, it goes on, and it says, Michael controlled almost every aspect of my life, and I was reduced to thinking I was nothing more than a sex object. I, at that stage, attempted to take my own life during that relationship. That, honestly, was one of the points that really shocked me the most. I honestly did not know what to believe, and at the time of Slazo's response, I was in Illinois visiting a few friends, so I didn't get to watch it immediately. And I know I'm pretty late to this, like every topic I cover, but okay. So Slazo responds with, I still feel bad, babe, in text messages over Discord for like wanting to force you to have sex with me and the urge. So this is what really set everyone off on Twitter, basically everywhere, just smiting Slazo. Just the urge remark pissed everyone off. Now, Slazo, obviously, 17, 16, he was, hormones, but this situation was not all true. Now, I'm not saying that Shay straight up lied about all of it, but I am saying that most of what was in it was kind of twisted or fabricated. Now, in the Twitter logger, there is a point where she says that there is a movie theater incident, and in Slazo's response, he clears up that Shay was making the moves in the movie theater. Now, you might be wondering where I'm Alex comes in all this. Basically, I think over Discord, there's a group chat with Shay, Alex, I think Squizzy was in it, and a few other commentary YouTubers. Now, this whole Discord was a bunch of texts basically planning to ruin Slazo. Now, why this is such a snake thing for I'm Alex is because I'm Alex was actually friends with Slazo. He lived with him for an amount of time, and he did videos with him. Just turning your back on someone like that this hard is the most scummiest thing I've ever heard. And I know there's a lot of shit in the commentary community, but this, by far, is probably one of the worst. Alex did respond on Twitter, if you want to even call it a response, but it was nothing really heartfelt, I guess. And here's where this point ends, because this video is not about Slazo and Shay, and I don't really want to dive deep into that. This video is about Alex and him being a snake. this is where point number 2 comes in, and that is leeching. Now, I'm Alex has been leeching off of people for an amount of time, and if you go, or if you watch the Baited podcast, or you want to watch the Baited podcast, Keemstar does make a very good point that most of Alex's friends before he kind of fucked off with after he became more popular than them. In an Insomnia event with Pyrocynical, he tweeted about 10 times that he was there with Pyro. Now, if you do not know, Pyro is a commentary YouTuber with about 3.2 million subscribers at the time, I think. So, obviously, much bigger than Alex, and Alex has just been kind of leeching off of him. And this is really bad, scummy. I don't know why he does this, and honestly, being a fan of Alex, this kind of really just made me sick. I couldn't even stand to watch his videos anymore. Betraying someone like that with something this serious and this bad is totally horrible. It's awful. Now, another point is, why was none of it brought to actual police attention? Now, they went to Twitter instead of the authorities, and a lot of people are asking why, and this is probably why. That Slazo, there was not enough evidence against him to actually accuse him. And Alex is a really big part in this, in the whole drama, considering he was Slazo's friend and he just straight up backstabbed him just really horribly. And I really feel like Slazo has just been betrayed here so hard, and he is taking a break from the internet, which I think he well deserves, because this whole stuff is just is terrible, and it's really bad. I'm Alex has been leeching off of people for quite a long time. Keemstar on the Baited podcast, he says that he sees right through I'm Alex's disguise. Now, I'm Alex was a big part in everything that went down in the most recent days, because he was one of the people who mainly planned this. Now, Alex, honestly, I feel like you have really betrayed your friends here, and honestly, what you did was some of the scummiest shit I have ever fucking heard before in my life. And I would not feel bad if your channel died and you would not come back, because you honestly deserve that. And it is bad because Alex has suffered little to no backlash from this, because another point Keemstar makes in the Baited podcast, most of Alex's audience are children. And once, just like Jake Paul with everything and Logan Paul with the Suicide Forest video, if you have kids as a fan base, you're not going to really suffer that much backlash, because they don't really have the brain capacity to know that you're a fucking snake. Honestly, this has been one of the worst situations on YouTube, probably, at least in the commentary scene. And I hope, Slazo, that you do get better and it all goes well from now on. And Alex, I feel like you probably deserve to apologize for basically fueling the fire between this bullshit. So here is the conclusion. In conclusion, this whole thing was twisted to kind of fit more of their, not really agenda, but what they wanted it to be like. And it is some of the worst stuff that I have ever heard of on this website. And Alex honestly deserves to suffer some pretty big backlash from this, which I doubt he will, but I honestly think he deserves it. Shay and Slazo's situation probably was something that could have been resolved in private, and it was brought into public, and it was helped by a lot of the bigger commentary YouTubers to kind of just smite Slazo. This whole situation is one twisted, fucked up thing. And honestly, the people who participated in it to make it sound worse than it was, to twist it, you guys are they're probably the worst people on this platform. Honestly, worse than Jake and Logan Paul. Anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of the video for today. If you did like, please leave a like on the video, and if you would subscribe, that would mean so much, because I did have to restart, or I chose to restart my channel, and I'm only at 5 subscribers so far, and I really hope that this video kind of gave you an insight on what's happening between Alex and everyone, and I will see you guys in the next one. See you later.